Apparently we're live.
We are live. Fabulous.
Hello, and thank you for tuning in to the Boomer Bunker. I am the Duchess. Speaking on behalf of John Domingo, everything we say or discuss on this show is for entertainment purposes. If you disagree with anything either of us says on this show, and you're not operating motor vehicle or under the influence of alcohol or narcotics, please feel free to tell us your thoughts in the chat. If you're listening to this as a downloaded podcast file, you can write to us at boomer.bunker@gmail.com or tweet us at boomer_bunker on X. My advice is to look at the world we live in, realize you complaining to us about it isn't fixing anything, and then continue on with your life. If anything we say during the show offends you, please feel free to watch a different stream, shut the podcast off, or smash your device with a hammer. Boomer Bunker is not liable for damages to equipment by choosing the latter. If you have made it this far into the show and have decided you can live with these terms, then by all means, give your balls a tug, slap yourself in the face a few times, grab a cup of whatever pisses you off, and please enjoy the show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome into the Boomer Bunker podcast. It's Wednesday night. It's 7 o'clock. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Rumble, Twitter, Twitch, and Grindr. I'm one of your hosts, John Domingo, and that little Spitfire next to me, this one over here, my little road-raging co-host, ladies and gentlemen, the Duchess.
Good evening.
So as we were waiting to go on today, I got a rendition of a story about where this little lady over here, all nice and all, she had a road rage story today. I mean, she went full Jersey girl.
I did.
But she's not going to tell you about that because she's got a reputation to take care of. So you're not going to hear that here.
No, I don't tell good stories. I get shamed. So.
See, now that's the cop-out. I don't like that. It's like, I'm not going to tell this story because I don't tell good stories. And then you're going to say, okay, Bob. No. This is where you practice your good stories here. You can't just
if
have
you like,
giggling.
I can try to recap it. Well,
yeah.
Hey.
I can't just have you giggling here. I need you to,
nice.
Be part of the show.
I have been.
About.
So do you want to hear it then or no?
Great stories. I mean, the stories I have is that I was up Monday night. I was watching my Eagles play. It was like a minute left to go in the game. They were up by 6 points.
They were.
And all they had to do was throw a pass and get a first down. Jalen Hurts rolls out to his right. Saquon Barkley's right there, wide open. He throws him the ball, and it just goes off his fingertips. And I'm like, fuck!
And the Giants are like, see?
So
Yeah.
I'm like, we're going to lose. And I have a chat with my daughters and my ex-wife. It's the Eagles chat. And I go, I knew it. We're going to lose this game. And they're like, Sure as shit, they came all the way down the field. Scored a ton. Like, our defense couldn't stop anything. I mean, they went through our defense like Grant went through Richmond. Our defense. Okay? I'm part of the Eagles. Listen, I've been a fucking fan for over half a century.
You can say. You can say our defense. You can.
So then, of course, they score. There's 34 seconds left. The ball comes out to the 30 because of that new kickoff rule. Well, we got Jake Elliott. He can kick him from 62. So all we got to do is get another 20 yards.
Yep.
And he can kick this thing through 20, 25 yards. Doesn't Jalen Hurts, with one timeout, just haul one out there and get it intercepted? I was like, oh, my God. I've never seen a team snatch defeat out of the jaws of victory like I've seen this Eagle team do in the past 9 games.
I'll say I've watched the Steelers do it several seasons ago. It's just like, no. It's like just down to the last 5 minutes. You're like, no, what are you doing? Like, yeah, it's very stressful. It's stressful being a football fan.
The worst part was I made a bet with one of our Discord nitwits, Wing Wong. I had to buy him, Arizona Bay candy from the Who's Right podcast.
You're welcome.
So I go over there. because I got to figure out how to pay this fucking monkey. And he's not black. He's a border crosser. I just call him monkey because he's a monkey.
Anyway.
Anyhow, so I go over there and I go over there and he's like, get in voice chat. I want to. I'm like, no, you don't. You don't want none of this because I'll come in there. I'll insult your mother, your grandmother. I'll say your father fucks goats. You know, you blow horses. I mean, I am not in the mood. So I gave him his $10.
Nice.
And we'll see what happens. So again, and then I got to hear. Because I go watch all the post-game shit. And then I got to hear all the dumb fucking Eagles fans saying, well, if he would have kicked the field goal in the very first drive, we would be ahead. You know what? That's not what lost this game. They couldn't make a defensive stop. They play that prevent defense. I've said it for fucking 20 years. The prevent defense prevents teams from winning. I hate it. And we got this guy. Nick Vangio, is that his name? We got him from the Miami Dolphins last year, defensive coordinator.
Oh, yeah.
And he sits up in there. He's as old as dirt. He used to be the defensive coordinator of the Philadelphia Stars back in the 80s.
Oh, Lord.
Vangio. Nick Vangio.
That's an unfortunate name. That is super unfortunate.
My daughter hates him. My daughter, Megan,
I don't blame her.
She's like, I hate this guy. He was the one that taught the other guy we hated, the other defensive coordinator, Nick.
The other guy we hated.
Yeah, Gannon. Remember, he was Gannon, head coach over at the Arizona Cardinals for like 2 weeks.
Yep. Oh, that fucking guy. Yeah, nobody liked
Louise
him.
with a joke. Hang on. The Eagles are more defenseless than cats in Springfield.
Heyo.
Hi-yo. Nice one there, Louise. That's a good one. I should just steal these jokes from the chat and not put them up there.
There you go. Keep them. Well, put them up on Twitter.
That Judge Mingo, he's hysterical. I'm stealing jokes.
He's a funny fella. Well, I mean, they are technically is it like free use if they throw it in our chat?
Probably. I can't do that because, if I hear, I can't do
you
that.
You can credit him. Yeah.
I don't want to credit. No, it's either you credit him with the joke, or you just.
That's what I said. You could credit him.
Right. Like Nick says, Mike wants to know what's wrong with fucking goats. That was from Patriot Nick. Hey, Patriot Nick's here. Good to see you, Patriot Nick. And then Mike says, nothing really, but it's hard when you can't make eye contact. Those eyes throw off my rhythm.
Oh, they got creepy eyes though. The goat eyes, like devil eyes.
Yes. Bob's got a joke. Hezbollah was going to use ham radio, but they don't do pork. Gonna get into that. Should we get into that? I don't know. I don't know where to go first. We could do that. I'll tell you what. Israel, that fucking, what's it, Mossad? Those guys are fucking geniuses. I mean,
it's like James Bond. Talk about super spy shit.
All right, so Hezbollah and Hamas and Iran, they were using cell phones and they were getting hacked. So they said, you know what we're doing? We'll go get the beepers. We'll go old school. Go get the beepers. So then Mossad's listening to this and they go, oh, I got an idea. Let's intercept the beepers. We'll put some explosives in there. And all at the same time, we'll make them go boom. So basically,
brilliant. I mean, really.
Yeah. So basically, it was like this.
Oh no! You had fun putting that together this afternoon, didn't you?
Of course I did. Of course I did.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, it's
Sparky
like more like
accent.
this. Knock, knock. Who's there? Made you look. Boom.
What's weird was the video footage that they had just with people like in marketplaces or in stores, and the pockets just exploding. Like,
you mean like this?
Oh, yes, exactly that one.
Ow! That mouse is all leg on the floor. Oh my!
Like, nobody's going near him though. Everybody's like, nope.
Oh no! What? No 72 virgins no more? No.
I think nobody knew what happened, and then like I think they thought the guy exploded, and everybody's just, do we stay? Do we go? What's happening here? So, his balls were blown off. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, you know what's going to happen is the next military parade, the Hamas military parade, is going to look like this. Hello.
Oh my
Hello,
goodness.
mister. I would salute, but I got two clutches. I'll salute. There we go, with my nubby salutes.
What is that?
I went for my beeper, and I don't have an arm no more. Oh, here's...
What? Okay, hold up. What the fuck are we watching? Like an army of cripples.
Well,
Oh my God.
This was after the beeper attack.
No, you got Farsi up in the corner. I could see it.
I
Like
don't
in the
know
right.
what that. I just found it on the internet.
it's-
You know
yeah.
me. I just find stuff on the internet.
No, I know it's kind of horrifyingly funny, but it's the marching army of Jerry Lewis Battalion. Holy smokes! Oh my God, Bob.
Well, so they think it's over. All right, so they killed like 12 people, and they
Veggie army.
injured 2,800. Basically blew their balls off. God knows. I mean, I saw one where the guy had the beeper. He pulls it out, puts it on a counter, and it explodes. And they're losing hands and fingers and shit like that.
Well, I feel bad if there's innocent people who kind of got caught up, but which I'm sure has happened. But
Well, you know the Muslims, they have to be like, their religion says you got to put them in the ground within like 24 hours. So they were the ones that were dead. They were having a funeral for them. Then all of a sudden, they also carry Motorola radios. They started blowing up. So
just toss them in the
they're
hole.
afraid to touch anything.
I don't blame them.
Listen, from now on, we get 2 tin cans and a string. That's what we do. 2 tin cans and a string.
At this
Anybody
point,
know
it's
how
Morse
to?
code. Holy
Can
cow!
anybody know how to do smoker signals?
Yeah, I mean.
You know what?
The fact that all their tech was intercepted and like little explosive, like little plastiques or whatever they put in, putty, whatever they were able to put in there is amazing. It's amazing that people got hold of that much of their tech and then shipped it off, and they had no idea.
No idea.
And it was there for a bit. Like it didn't just happen like that. They planned that. It's scary. Now it's
Josh
like
says-
everybody's looking at their phone like,
Josh says, I think I saw John in that battalion of wheelchairs. Yeah.
That's Jason. That's Jason.
Is that Jason? I get him
Yes.
I get him mixed up. So that's Jason. Josh is the 2000.
Josh is New Hampshire. Yes.
Okay.
Josh in New Hampshire.
can't.
And
I
then
can't.
JM Synthetics.
I can't. I know.
Well, that's why you have me.
That's true. You got to straighten it out.
He says you dumb fuck.
Dumb fuck. Hey, change your fucking
We try,
name.
Jason.
Who did I? Yeah, put Jason. Jason JM Synthetics. Yeah, help a fucking guy out over here, all right?
Well, just think like Jim's and Jason. I don't know.
Hey, we got John and Jennison. We got Jason Synthetics. We got Josh. I mean, cut me a break. I'm trying over here. You know how close we came to not having a show tonight?
He's trying over here.
I was dying this afternoon. I had to take a nappy poo, and here we go.
Wing
I have an
here.
important. I asked you an important question. Scroll back up, please. All right, let's see what
Oh,
Mr.
my
Wingwong
God.
said. What did he say?
No.
Hey, John, do you have pictures of her boobies yet? I got paid candy. What boobies? What are you talking about? I don't see. Again, I don't understand what he's talking about. Whose boobies? Whose boobies am I
Who
supposed
do you
to have
think?
pictures of?
Yeah. No. Mike
Nappy.
says you've got to learn names better. Love Mark. At least you got his last name right.
Yeah.
So.
I got an Eric Zane update. So this morning I'm
sorry.
doing some stuff here, and I look, and there's our old pal Eric Zane. He's live on YouTube, so I figure I'll go over and like mess around with him. Well, of course, he blocked me on YouTube with the John Domingo account. So,
shocker.
so he's talking about. Listen to this. He says, "Well, you know, here we don't bully people. I don't bully anybody."
With a straight face?
Yeah, with a straight face, he says that. So I immediately go to the Boomer Bunker YouTube account because I know he hasn't that quick. So I go in there. I go, "That's a hoot. You don't bully people. How do you say? I forget what I did, but anyhow, I hit it. And then this time he didn't react because see, he sees what we do.
Right.
So this time he didn't react, but he waited a couple
Hey,
seconds.
little buddy. Yeah.
He waited a couple seconds, and then he went over and jotted like, "Hey, I gotta block that the Boomer Bunker on the YouTube."
Learn how to block Boomer Bunker.
Yes.
YouTube.
How to do that.
Well, he's such a savvy guy.
You should send him a beeper.
Tech savvy. Please, can we?
Sorry.
I love that Wilhelm. That Wilhelm scream is the best.
So I hear once again you're going to be a contestant on Shitty Song of the Week.
Yes, I'll be on that. I'll be recording that next week.
And so it was your idea to do yacht rock?
So so it's the different categories I'm not sure the way I've done it the past episode was I picked the song that I thought would be good. So it kind of lands in that, whatever that category is. And then Red, the host, one of the hosts, picks a song that he thinks is going to win. And we kind of battle out which one's the worst of the shitty songs. So I happened to win last one. Thank you, everybody who voted. And so I'm bringing.
I voted like 14 times. What are you kidding me?
Yeah. So the category I picked was yacht rock, but the problem is I actually like a lot of yacht rock because it's a lot of songs I knew either from my parents or just early '80s rock. It's not rock. It's just Hall & Oates and Michael McDonald, anything like that. So it's all those popular type songs.
Back in the day. In radio, you called it AOR, Adult Oriented Rock. So in other words, it was soft rock, a soft rock station.
It is kind of soft rock, yeah.
Right. Now,
but it's not like squishy love songs. Some of them are, but
yeah. Is this the song you're going to take?
Well, don't now. You're going to spoil it, so he'll know.
They'll never know. They don't listen. Is this the song?
Yes.
Okay.
I love this song. It's going to get bumped from all the stations, all the feeds.
You think?
But
because we're playing it in the background? Do you think they can hear it when they do this?
I don't know. I had to care. I haven't heard this song in years, and the lyrics came right back. I'm like, dang it, man.
That's true.
I can't tell you what I did last week, but I got this buried in there somewhere. Can't do algebra, but I got this song.
Right. I can't figure out where I put my fucking keys, but I can do shit like this. I can find. It's funny. This came out in 1981.
I love this song.
I was a fresh-faced 20-year-old John Domingo.
I was 11. You probably drove past me in the schoolyard.
I was 20.
I was just a baby.
Bob says it's BOR, Boomer or
I'm not a boomer. Thank you very much.
It is kind of how dementia works. Some days are good, some days are bad.
Yeah.
But
he doesn't know. It doesn't matter. It's the same thing every day. So
Budweiser was 3 in 1981.
He was.
Really?
He's 78. Yeah, he's a babe. He's a wee babe.
I had been out of school. I'd been out of high school for 3 years. Been out of high school for 3 years in 1981. Wow. I think that's when we I got time for a little Domingo lore history.
Of course. Always.
So in 1980, no. Yeah. Okay, so it was 1981.
Maybe.
It was in the summer of 1981. My father used to have an industrial painting business, and he went into partners with this guy, and the guy was a scumbag, and we didn't know it. So what he did was he ran a manufacturing plant, and he was having my father do all his painting, but he wasn't paying my father.
Oh,
and so what happened was it was like right at that time when we had that recession, and the interest rates went up to 18% and all, and my father was going to lose the business. And his cousin, my second cousin, John, had a business, manufacturing business we also did work for up in Quakertown. So my dad and my cousin, his cousin, worked out a deal, and he said, we're just going to move the whole plant up to Quakertown. But we can't let them know because they'll get a lawyer and shut everything down. And, so we can't let them know. So for 2 weeks, we planned. We got 7 empty tractor and trailers, box trucks, flatbeds, and all this stuff. We had conveyors, bake ovens, parts. I mean, we had all kinds of stuff in there. My dad called every friend. I called every friend, every family member. Everybody left the shop at whatever it was, 4:30 on a Friday. We waited 1 hour. 5:30 we came in. We left Sunday morning. There was nothing in the shop. There was guys cutting down conveyors, cutting bake ovens in half, forklift, loading stuff on trucks. It took us, there was stuff moving up. We loaded up 7 tractor and trailers. They had these things. Back then it was powder coating, and you had these powder coating collection things. Had them all loaded on trucks. I think it was, we worked over 24 hours. I think it was Sunday morning. All the trucks pulled out and started to go up in the Quakertown.
Oh, my God.
Well, you know me. I'm one of those.
Did you leave a message? Yeah.
I did leave a message.
I bet you did.
So we had a fan stand, like an industrial fan stand. It stood about 4 foot high. And, you know, when you paint, you have like rubber gloves so you don't get paint on your hands. So I took one of the rubber gloves and I stuck the middle finger up and I put it over the thing and I put it right in the front door. So when someone opened the front door, it was sitting there with the finger.
You just see a big, like...
I didn't tell anybody. It was my little goodbye to
a
everybody
little homage.
else.
Yeah. Treating your dad like shit.
So we had to call everybody on Monday, all the workers, and tell them, sorry, you know, you're laid off.
Shit out
There
of
is
luck.
no more. And so the
emptied
guy, his partner, came in, and when he opened the door, the first thing they saw was the glove with the finger.
Oh, my God.
So
The Domingo salute. Yep.
He goes to sue my father. So they go to court, and the guy's got that fucking picture of the finger,
The finger.
8x10 framed.
Oh,
And they
my
showed
God.
it in court. My dad goes, I don't know who did that. I have no idea who did that.
And you're like, uh-oh.
Yeah, he's like,
Were you...
he's like, Mr. fucking funny guy. You had to do so. I said, who knew? I didn't know. He says, right in the doorway. You open the door and you see the glove. It's like,
first thing you
see.
That's the Jersey salute. I'm sorry. I'm
It is the
very
Jersey
well
salute.
versed in it. Someone saw a whole bunch of ones yesterday from me, so
Yeah.
it was not good.
I mean, it was funny because I was in charge of loading the trailers, and like we had teams, and like I had all my friends, like, you know, my friends at the time were in their 20s or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And they're coming in. So one guy was, you know, I knew one guy was mechanical. So, okay, you do this, you do that, you load this, you load that. Okay, we get pallets, we get everything. I mean, there was shit flying everywhere. I mean, it was a
Hey,
it was,
work for beer too, right? Like
It was
Dad just
impressive.
fed him and gave him booze, and that was good.
Yeah,
right?
that was it. Yeah, and everybody left. But
Awesome.
that's when you know you have friends. And I'm telling you, there had to be 50 people there. 50
That's
people
awesome.
doing that.
That's so cool.
So, yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, and then we moved everything up to Quakertown, and then we had to take and put everything back together again. And that's when,
Nice.
remember I told you the time my father was disconnecting something, the pipe hit me on top of the head and gave me the concussion?
Yes, yes. Oh, well, there you go.
There you go. That was from there.
Well, that explains things.
Yeah,
You've had
kinda
several
sorta.
concussions.
3. I've had as many severe concussions as Bob's quarterback
Tua.
in fantasy football.
Did you go down every time like, waving your hands? Oh, he did. He derped out like, dark.
I'll tell you what, me and Bob are playing this week on fantasy football. My team, I got 3
Which one of you is
people-
going to do worse?
Week 2, I got 3 people in the IR already.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. My team, I might not win a game all year. You kicked my ass last week.
Well, Bob murdered me the first week, so I mean, like, so no, that's all right. Hopefully, those points keep him hanging in there for a little while longer. But yeah,
Yeah, he lost A.J. Brown. I lost both of my tight ends. And
I hate when that happens.
Right. So, and the thing is, when you go to try to pick up players, there's nobody
They're
there.
gone.
They're all trash. They're all gone. So the funny thing is, next year, I think we're just doing 8 teams. We are just doing 8 teams, and that's it.
Well, that gives more people chances, I guess, to load the deck, so to speak, and they can
Yeah,
have
you get more players, and then if something happens,
But this is how you learn about other players. Like I've discovered a couple other players and pulled them in. I saw one guy in Pittsburgh I pulled in. I had one guy ended up on they drafted him. Like I didn't pick him, and he's got one of the highest scoring wide receivers. So I was like, well, I gotta grab that guy. And so I had to swap everybody around. But
Nick says I'm
it's
one
certainly
concussion away from being Aaron Hernandez.
Maybe 2, but yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
I don't think so. They haven't. There's going to be a. Oh, I want to say it's out on. Is it out on Netflix or something? There a movie about Aaron Hernandez. I'm sure they've done one before, but there's something else coming out. So regarding that sad story.
Patriot Nick says I lost my tight end. I blame Mike. Jeez, you guys, how about that?
You better stick to goats.
Boomer Bob says no Canadians in the football league. I'll tell you what, Lisa from the I shake my head from Lisa. She's kicking ass.
Everybody,
she's just mowing people down. It's not even funny.
She's done her homework. It is amazing. We can't have a Canadian win again.
So you know that I edit their podcast, right? Like they send me the raw audio, and then I have to put everything together, process the audio, get it out as a podcast. So I hear it. Like today, this morning, I got up first thing this morning. They recorded last night, bring in the audio. So now I have to check it because the way they record, they're not in the same place. I have to audio drift, so I have to line it up. I have to go and line it all the way up to the whole show. So I get to listen to parts of it. They went on a rant about American politics and about Donald Trump and how, you know what, Kamala Harris is just a nicer person. And boy, I hope America does the right thing.
That's how politics work.
Right. And I'm already mad about it's early in the morning. I'm not really in a good mood because I'm still suffering, licking my wounds from the Eagles and shit. And I'm on there. I'm like, I'm so fucking mad at you because we have a group text. I'm like, I'm so fucking mad at you. I'm furious with you two.
Talking about you guys.
Yeah. So I went on like a tire. Right. You know what you did? The road rage.
Oh my God.
I did that in text. I was basically just grizzly bear.
Yeah. I mean, like Bob says, look at their leader. Move on. Thank you.
Yeah. Well,
he shut down people by freezing their bank accounts. I'm sorry. What?
Yeah.
We don't do that. Well, we're not supposed to.
Well, that's because
pretty sure we have.
Well, remember, he's the illegitimate son of Fidel Castro.
Yeah,
that's right. He's a little bastard, is what they say back in the day.
Not so little now.
Okay.
But hey, I'm sure that public health care is working out for you. So anyway,
we don't have this on the board, but I saw this. This just happened. Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, just signed a bill where, like in England, if you make a post of misinformation, what they call misinformation, that they can arrest you for this. It is an offense. So he signed this communist piece of shit.
Such an idiot.
Right.
How is that legal? Doesn't that kind of like violate the Constitution?
Right. Well, he put on there unless it's parody or because you can parody, you can yell at your elected officials. You don't have to be nice to them. No. But there is misinformation out there, and it's on Twitter. And I want to find this one thing that I have here. All right, so you sent this in, and this is our This is KJP. This is, and you gotta love the outfit. So here she is.
She's very
Thank
colorful.
you, Corinne. It's been only 2 days since somebody allegedly tried to kill Donald Trump again. And you're here at the podium in the White House briefing room calling him a threat. How many more assassination attempts on Donald Trump until the president and the vice president and you pick a different word to describe Trump other than threat?
Until he's dead. And when he's dead, we'll stop doing that.
When they accomplish their mission
when we
of
finally
killing him.
kill him, this motherfucker has more lives than an alley cat. I haven't seen anything like it. We tried to shoot him twice.
It's all the cats he's rescuing. They're giving him their lives. He's got them under each arm running away.
They're shooting the cats. They're shooting the dogs.
They're eating the pets.
Right.
Do.
All right.
All right, thanks, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, so you would think that if you were watching Twitter and you saw this video, that you would think he asked that question and she wouldn't answer it. That's not what happened. That's not true.
No, that is
so.
correct.
But when you see that, you don't know a low intelligent voter or person would think that that's actually true because, well, it's right there. There's the video.
Right.
All right. So here we go.
Thank you, Corinne. It's been only 2 days since somebody
All right,
alleged.
so I'm going to scrub ahead because we've already heard this.
We heard the question, yeah.
We heard the question. All right, so here we go.
Peter, if anything from this administration, I actually completely disagree with the premise of your question, the question that you're asking. It is also incredibly dangerous in the way that you're asking it.
Okay. Did you?
How dare you hold me accountable for my
Well, no.
statements?
It's dangerous to call us out for using dangerous rhetoric. In other words, you, by saying that we use dangerous rhetoric, is dangerous rhetoric, and it's dangerous. You can't do that. Why would you do that? And besides that, who dressed me today? Does she get dressed in the dark? She looks like a fucking orange.
That's a lot of orange.
Orange man bad.
She looks like a fucking Cheeto.
Because
geez.
American people are watching. And to say that
Yes.
from an administration who has consistently condemned political.
Okay. So she says she condemns political violence. Where do you think that she's going to go? Where do you think that she's going to go? What's her big pushback on this for Trump?
That she was a middle class. She was born middle class.
Okay,
Oh, wait, that's Kamala's thing. I'm sorry, what do you mean?
What did Trump do that makes him a threat to democracy?
Oh, he incites violence.
Okay,
right?
and how did he incite? Where is their example that they go to every time they
January 6th.
January 6th.
Yay! Oh, wait. Ding, 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 ding. Yay.
Yes.
Okay.
Violence from an administration where the president called the former president and was grateful that he was okay. From an administration who has called out January 6th, called out the attack of Paul Pelosi, called out
He had
and
nothing
said
to
we
do
need
with
to
that.
lower the temperature after the Butler incident. And now for you to make that kind of comment in your question, because your question involved a comment and a statement. And, it is...
You notice her eyes blinking when she's trying to lie.
She lies. Blinkety
Her
blinkety.
eyes,
Yeah.
look at her eyes going.
That is also incredibly dangerous. When we have been very clear in condemning
They've been
political
clear.
violence from here.
Democrats
What
are
I
clear.
have said about the president, the former president, about January 6th is facts.
Oh my God.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
What,
You
because
said-
Paul Pelosi's his fault? Paul Pelosi should stop dragging men around, and maybe they prosecute some fucking criminals so they don't keep wandering out in the street and attacking other people. Oh,
Or
but that's
maybe
different.
Paul Pelosi should not bring in male prostitutes, allegedly, and not pay them or something, and then see what happens. I don't know.
They find him. They show up at your door.
Right.
Hey. Yeah.
So she goes on for another 3 minutes about this, but I just find it rich how she's sitting there going, well, I'm sorry, but we can't have it where people, this rhetoric's too, how dare you say dangerous rhetoric about our dangerous rhetoric?
And I
This
love
is
when she
horrible.
gets all hyped up about it and she's like, she starts banging on the podium. I'm like, okay, way to keep that calm and cool. Or maybe you just stop inciting violence.
Yeah, I
Maybe,
would think
maybe
that
you
might be
stop
the way.
that. That might be a good thing because, you don't advocate violence and then violence happens. Then you victim blame. Like literally he's now 0 for 3. But someone's going to keep trying harder. That's the problem. It's now at the point where I don't know if number 3 today was legit. I heard it wasn't. I heard it was. It's been a
they
little blurry,
say,
so I don't know.
hang on, let me see if I can get to that real quick.
Because I heard they debunked it, but then I heard not as much as you think. Yeah. But if the dogs found something, then they found something. So I don't know.
I don't know that. See, so here we go. Cops shoot down bogus report of explosives found near Trump's Long Island rally site.
They shoot it down.
Yeah, he shot it
There
down.
you go. Ba-dum-bum.
Nassau County police spokesman denied the claim circulating on social media just hours before the Trump campaign event was to take place in the Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Uniondale. The unconfirmed report earlier that wrongly claimed that explosive devices were discovered in a vehicle during a security check at the rally site. Reports of explosives being found at the site were unfounded. Police say they were questioning a person who may have been training a bomb detection dog near the site.
Is that the day you train the dog? Like this is the event. You have a former someone running for his second term, and this is the day you're going to take the new dog out.
Well, this is
like we don't have other testing places where you could try this.
Well, the individual with the bomb dog falsely reported explosives being found, and the individual is currently being detained by police. The false report came just hours after Trump arrived at his now heavily guarded namesake Manhattan Tower Tuesday night amid a boost in security following the 2 attempts on his life in as many months. The 45th president was struck by a bullet when a would-be assassin opened fire at his January 13th campaign. Secret Service agents then foiled a second attempt of his life when they nabbed the suspect who allegedly set up a sniper nest outside of the golf course on West Palm Beach on Sunday. Okay. So,
I'd like to weigh in. Can I weigh in a moment?
You certainly can as soon as I can figure out what the fuck my mouse is. I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's okay. So I was listening to Dan Bongino today, and he said normally what Secret Service does is secure it before the person gets to the site. So in other words, sweep it before. The guy had set up a camp. He didn't just wander over there. He was camped out. So they
hours.
literally, they were literally like a hole ahead of Trump.
Do you know how the sniper knew where to go?
Yeah. Well,
do you know how
I asked that on the last one. Who told him?
Well, what happens is whenever they want to film Trump golfing, the media goes to that exact same spot.
The paparazzi.
Because it's the easiest spot to take pictures of him. That's where the guy was. Now, you would think. Now, listen, I'm just a dumb guy who has a podcast.
3 concussions.
What do I know? But if I was a Secret Service guy, before the president went to play golf, I think I would ride around the golf course, around the perimeter, the outside, see if anything's happening, see if I could see anything. Or how about this? I'm part of the Secret Service. We have a multi-billion-dollar agency. You know, I think I would get a drone with a heat-seeking camera ability and fly around and see if there's anything in the.
We don't have that.
Oh, look, there's a squirrel. Oh, look, there's this. Oh, look. Oh, hey, look, there's a guy. Looks like he's got a gun. Maybe we should do that before the president goes. This stinks to high hell.
Well,
they shot the first guy.
It's fucking nuts.
Before you could get a hold of him to answer any questions.
And not much has been answered since then, has there?
They flicked that
kid is
investigation
scrubbed, gone.
like a booger off your finger, man. They're like, what's this? Boop. The second one, they don't even want to charge this guy because they said, well, he didn't shoot him. He didn't shoot him. He was just sitting there with a gun with a scope and ceramic backpacks, his bulletproof vests, and a GoPro.
As maybe one does, just hanging out in the bushes.
Maybe he was squirrel hunting. Maybe he was varmint shooting.
Sure.
We don't know what he was doing.
Like I told you, Ron was going to take hold of this case, and he did.
Yes.
So.
Matter of fact, I have that right here.
Today, I'm signing an executive order assigning the case involving the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump to the Office of Statewide Prosecutor under the supervision of Attorney General Ashley Moody. The suspect, Ryan Ralph, is believed to have committed state law violations across multiple judicial circuits in the state. Palm Beach Judicial Circuit, the Judicial Circuit including Martin County, as well as perhaps the Judicial Circuit represented by Broward County. Also, the state of Florida has jurisdiction over the most serious, straightforward offense, which is attempted murder. I've directed state agencies to move expeditiously and to provide full transparency to the public. In my judgment, it's not in the best interest of our state or our nation to have the same federal agencies that are seeking to prosecute Donald Trump leading this investigation, especially when the most serious, straightforward offense constitutes a violation of state law, but not federal law. In addition to holding the suspect accountable, the public deserves to know the truth about how this assassination came to be. And I've directed all state agencies to work expeditiously to be able to uncover the truth in addition to holding this suspect accountable.
All right, so now because this guy, he has ties to the CIA. He was over in Ukraine. Mm-hmm. They tried to make it sound like he was a right-wing guy. Oh, he voted for Trump.
Yeah.
They think they have him. They think they have him at the at one of Kamala Harris's rallies.
I saw that. There was it's a fuzzy video, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, why not? What the hell? We can do that. That's the way I look at it. So, I don't know. I think they're going to try to get him again. I really do.
Oh, of course they are. They're going to keep trying. This is just it's scary. Like it's an aggressive launch at taking out literally a candidate. Mm-hmm. We're going to try jail. If jail doesn't work, we're just going to keep trying. We're just going to keep trying jail. We're going to convict him. He's not convicted. Okay, we can't get him in. We can't get the sentencing in. It's not going to happen before the election. All right, well, let's shoot him. All right, we nicked him. We'll get him next time. Fucking guy didn't even. They saw him.
Close. Like, he was close.
Yeah, it was super close. He was close with much better weaponry, I think. You know, so what? And then this bomb, not bomb thing happening. So at this point, I'm shocked he goes out. Like, it's astounding. And I've had finally seen on the news today, he finally has the same capacity of security as Biden.
Yeah.
As he should. As he fucking should. I mean, look, not for nothing. You had Bill Clinton would jog to fucking McDonald's. We didn't have these issues, right?
Bob
go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was going to say,
no, it's
Bob
fine.
Unusually has a good point here. They are dumb enough to think if they take him out, it'll all go away. There's a line behind him to help us continue in this movement. And he's absolutely right. You know, let's put it this way. They have, what's his name? Why do I blank when I think of his name? The old Vice President, Trump's
Cheney.
Vice President. Cheney.
Oh.
They've got Cheney. They've got Mitt Romney. They've got, we have.
Pence, yeah.
Right. We have Tulsi Gabbard. We have RFK Jr. We have, look at the people that we have.
Your buddy Vivek.
Vivek Ramaswamy. Yeah. Yes. Vivek Ramaswamy.
Well,
My
you got Ron.
issue
You've got a few other people. Yeah, quite a few.
I just wish Trump would have just, if any one of those, if it was Vivek, if it was Ron DeSantis, the polls would be so much different. It's so close because too many people do not like Trump. He's just polarizing. He does stupid shit. Like he goes, I hate Taylor Swift. Why? Why do we have to do that? What the fuck is wrong with you, Trump? Why do you have to step on every rake? Why? Why do you have to piss on every spark plug? Why?
It's like
Why
a
do you have to
bull in
hurt
a
yourself
china
every
shop,
time?
really.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. All right.
I do wish he would be a little more mindful about some of the things he says. I know that's not his shtick, but, at this point, we got a couple months left. Let's just get through it. Take your medicine. Let's just do it. I know. Let's just get through it. And, act presidential. Please don't get shot or something. And let's just finish this. Just fucking finish it. Yeah.
It made me think of when George Carlin talked about assassinations. I am a huge George Carlin fan. Even when he was old and crotchety and everybody's like, oh, he's lost it.
Yeah, at the end he got really cranky, yeah. But that was him, so.
He was me. I am him. He's funny. I'm not. But we have the same crankiness, me and George. He's dead. I'm still alive.
Assassination. You know what's interesting about assassination? Well, not only does it change those popularity polls in a big fucking hurry, but it's also interesting to notice who it is we assassinate. Do you ever notice who it is? Stop to think of who it is we kill. It's always people who've told us to live together in harmony and try to love one another. Jesus, Gandhi, Lincoln, John Kennedy, Bobby Kennedy, Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, Malcolm X, John Lennon. They all said, try to live together peacefully. Bam! Right in the fucking head.
Reagan. Oh,
Apparently, we're not ready for that. Yeah, that's difficult behavior for us.
Right?
He's not wrong.
It's weird how
The irony of peaceful people getting shot and getting assassinated.
when you
is
call for
pretty
peace
shitty.
and no war.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of the biggest things about Trump is he wants to end the war in Ukraine. We're sending missiles so Ukraine can strike deeper inside of Russia. After a while, Russia's going to get sick of this shit, and they're going to go, you know what? That's enough.
They're gonna
And
nuke
then
'em.
it's all going to be over. It's going to be what was that? And then it's just a flash, and we're all dead.
Yeah. Everything turns to sand
Right.
and glass.
Again.
And they're done.
It's like being on that fucking submarine that went down to the Titanic. Hey, what's that creek?
It just crumpled. That was so awful.
Yes.
Hey, did you hear something?
Did you hear something?
What was that? Yeah, I'm amazed those people went in it. Like it was literally like made of bubblegum fucking wrappers, and it was
Yeah.
so insane. I don't even.
Well, so now
Dudes.
people on Twitter, listen, I love the fact that Elon Musk has taken over Twitter and he's loosened up in other words, you can call somebody stupid or you can call them a fucking moron on Twitter now. You can do that as long as you don't incite violence. So this one guy goes on either Facebook or Twitter or whatever, and it was after the second attempt of the assassination attempt on Trump. And he said something like, boy, it would be a shame if the same thing happened to Kamala Harris. What do you think's going to happen? What do you think's going to happen? Yeah,
Knock,
so
knock.
of course the FBI shows up. But this, okay, this is what makes me, they say, oh, this is the best way to handle the FBI. Why wouldn't the FBI identify themselves? If they're there to talk to him about making a threatening post to one of the candidates running for president in a very, very tight race,
Yes.
why wouldn't they show their ID? So here's this guy, he makes a post, and all of a sudden here comes the FBI. So of course he's got his camera out. I got my camera out.
Yeah, this guy has had a habit of posting. I don't want to say controversial, but like very. Well, he's like Libertarian Party, so I think
Oh, is that what he is?
Yeah, so his posts cause discussion, I suppose. I think he is eyeballed. Like people do watch him. Like I think that, but still, you can say what he said was not incorrect. It would be a shame if it happened. He didn't say it should happen, but it would be a fucking shame. Nobody should be assassinated. We shouldn't have that nonsense to even think about. But go ahead.
So here comes the FBI. Let's listen and we'll discuss.
Hey, how can I help you?
Hey there, hey Jeremy.
Yeah.
How are you?
Who are you?
I'm Agent O'Donnell with the FBI.
Can you give your full name, please?
I'm Agent O'Donnell with the FBI.
Is that sufficient to identify as the only one O'Donnell affiliated with the FBI?
In New Hampshire, yes.
Could you please state your full name, sir?
Could you please stop recording?
No. It's First Amendment right.
Okay.
What's your name, sir?
Could you stop recording, please?
Absolutely not. You can show me your name and identification, or I'm going to go back inside my house.
Okay.
Why won't they identify themselves? Why won't they show their
They
credentials?
should be wearing their badges.
right.
They
Why-
should be on a fucking chain on their neck. I've seen them do this. Yeah.
Right. Why should they not? Why can't they identify? See, I think that they're both wrong here. First of all, I think this guy's an asshole for what he writes, and now he's out there trying to be
Yeah.
Mr. Tough Guy, Mr. Hide behind his First Amendment rights.
Right.
Not hide behind, but in other
No.
words, he's out there saying, "Oh, I got my First Amendment rights." But these guys should identify themselves. There's no reason why they can't identify themselves here, and there's no reason. I mean, this to be honest with you, police wear cameras, right? Why aren't these guys wearing cameras? Why can't they identify themselves? I find this whole thing fishy. You don't know if this
You can
guy's
literally
the
wear a
FBI.
vest that says FBI. Like I've seen
But
them. They have
that doesn't
those.
even.
Yeah.
I wanted to see
Like anybody can get
credentials.
them, but yeah.
Right.
Oh,
I wanna
absolutely.
see-
But what I'm saying,
Yeah, I'm with you.
I agree. We agree.
Right. But why can't they? Why can't they show their ID? If I'm this guy now, I'm suspicious.
Exactly.
I'm very suspicious that this guy. I don't know if they're FBI. I don't know who the fuck they are.
I don't really want to broadcast my.
Oh, this is going out right after you guys
I
walk
know,
away.
So that's why I'm not going to.
So you can show me your name or ID, you can walk away.
We just want to talk to you about something.
I'm not going to talk to people who claim to be federal agents unless they can show me identification.
He's
I
absolutely
gotta
correct.
say, I'm on
He's
this
not wrong.
guy's side.
Yeah.
If you can't show me identification, then sorry, I'm not talking to you. I don't even know if I'm going to talk to you now. I don't know. I might listen to your questions, but I don't know if I'm going to answer your questions.
I bet these guys were sent there. They probably were not happy to be there. Like, well, just go and, shake them up a bit. It was probably that whole, like, scare them.
Hey, I'm the 86th. I'm in the 86th radio market in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Could you send the cops over there? Because I think when you send the cops over, it sends a message to these people.
Yeah, you need to scare them.
Right.
They get nervous when the
You know what I
police
heard
show
him
up.
say today? The first thing we got to do is get rid of that Second Amendment. What kind of douchebag says
He
that?
has guns.
I'm talking about Eric Zane, our friend of mine.
I'm saying that.
We got to get rid of those guns. That's the problem. We got to
Those
get rid
other
of that
people. Mine I keep, but
Second Amendment.
Yeah.
And then the First Amendment. Unless I'm talking, then that's okay.
Yeah,
And
his First
I
Amendment
also-
rights are just fine. Yeah.
I want to take and have the Second Amendment now, where I can stand on a chair, drop my pants, and show everybody my balloon knot and saggy man balls. I should be allowed to do that. It's America, damn it! I don't know, but I like I said, when they show up, there's a lot of shenanigans going on.
Yeah. So essentially, with these dudes, they ended up leaving.
Yeah, and so today there was two. I made placards up in the beginning. Like today, this was the placard we have. The beep beep boom, paging Hezbollah. All right, so that was the one. But I had another one where it's like I had a picture of Trump and J.D. Vance, and then I had a picture of Kamala Harris and Tampon Tim Walz. And I said, it's not Republican, Democrat, it's liberty and freedom versus socialist communism. That's what we're voting for this election.
Yes.
And I watched Billie Eilish and her stupid brother. And they're like, we're voting for Kamala Trump because of Project 2025, and
Kamala Harris.
I don't want a dictator.
Yeah, that's just shocking. First of all, nobody cares. Like your people, if they vote, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Half these ding dongs aren't even going to the polls. But for the fact that if you just follow a celebrity going, you should vote this way. Okay. Like, that's a little spooky.
Mm-hmm.
But they're just not, they're not going to research anything. They're going to hear, they hear January 6th. They hear you can't, women don't have equal rights, lose democracy. He's Hitler. And then they're like, I'm not voting for that. But they don't research anything.
Right. They're very low educated voters. What's his name again? Josh or Jason?
This is Jason.
Jason says, 2 FBI agents, unmarked Durangos, only one has a badge, 1 gun visible, 0 ID shown. Get the fuck out of here.
Out of here.
Sparky Toaster has a very good point. Why doesn't anyone talk about Agenda 47? Trump supports that. All the Dems do is spout Project 2025 because they don't want to tell you about Project 40 or Agenda 47 for the simple fact it makes sense. And every time
then Trump should be promoting that more than he does.
You know what? Hang on a second.
Mm-hmm. Just we're building an iron dome around something. Wasn't that?
Well, I'm just going to take a real quick look and see what I can find if I can type.
Luis said that you are the only celebrity that could influence his vote.
Me? Okay, vote Trump, motherfucker. Why isn't this thing working? I can't seem to get this to work.
I don't know.
What the hell? How come this wasn't... I've got a cursor flashing.
There you go. I'm not sure what you're looking to do. So
I'm trying to look up Agenda 47 so I can see what it is. But I for some fucking reason, all of a sudden now I can't type in this. My keyboard's not working. Why isn't my keyboard working?
All right.
Nope.
Do you want me to put it in the chat, in the guest chat? Or it's just you can't get the mouse working? I can't get my mouse over here.
I can't get it. It won't, I can click with but I can't seem to get my keyboard to work. For some reason, my keyboard is not working at all.
All right.
I can't type one thing in. All right. Well, guess what? The government doesn't want me to look up Agenda 47. That's what's going on here. It's the government.
That's right.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
John
if you like,
says-
I can read the 20 things that are on there. Well, that's
John
his
says the
platform,
setup.
really.
John says the setup. Louise says John's setup was done by N-word Rig Larry. All right. Do you have
done,
Agenda
Louise.
47 up?
I have his platform. Hang on, I don't see Agenda
All right.
47.
Hit us.
Well, all right. Well, so seal the border and stop migrant invasion. Carry out the largest deportation operation in American history. End inflation and make America affordable again.
Right.
Make America the dominant energy producer in the world by far! Exclamation point.
Okay.
Stop outsourcing and turn the United States into a manufacturing superpower. Large tax cuts for workers and no tax on tips.
And overtime,
Defend our-
he says.
Yeah, now it's overtime. I don't know if he put it in here.
Free sunscreen for
con-
albinos. Sorry, go ahead.
Defend our Constitution, our Bill of Rights, and our fundamental freedoms, including freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and the right to keep and bear arms. Prevent World War III, restore peace in Europe and in the Middle East, and build a great Iron Dome missile defense shield over our entire country. All made in America. End the weaponization of government against American people. Stop the migrant crime epidemic, demolish the foreign drug cartels, crush gang violence, and lock up violent offenders. Rebuild our cities, including Washington, D.C., making them safe, clean, and beautiful again. Strengthen and modernize our military, making it, without question, the strongest and most powerful in the world. Keep the U.S. dollar as the world's reserve currency. Fight for and protect Social Security and Medicare with no cuts, including no changes to the retirement age. Just a few more left. Cancel the electric vehicle mandate and cut costly and burdensome regulations. Cut federal funding for any school pushing critical race theory, radical gender ideology, and other inappropriate racial, sexual, or political content on our children. Keep men out of women's sports. Deport pro-Hamas radicals and make our college campuses safe and patriotic again. Secure our elections, including same-day voting, voter identification, paper ballots, and proof of citizenship. Last one, unite our country by bringing it to new and record levels of success.
Okay. Did you
That's a lot.
disagree
Sorry.
with one of them? Did you hear anything about abortion? Did you hear anything about Project 2025?
No.
Nothing.
No. I mean, I think a couple things might be a little challenging, like the big dome thing, but
Okay, the Iron Dome thing.
but I don't disagree with the majority of what his issues or what what he proposes to do.
There's a lot of Oreo talk in the chat, which I don't understand. Does the project say anything about dunking Oreos? I don't understand why there's so much
Because I
Oreo.
teased you last week about you kept saying the word dunk, and I said go dunk an Oreo, and then you got mad at me.
I did not get mad at
And
you.
I felt
How
so
dare you.
bad.
How dare you? You know who used to be very, very anti-illegal immigration in 1992? That would
Bill
be
Clinton.
President Bill Clinton.
Mm-hmm.
All Americans, not only in the states most heavily affected, but in every place in this country, are rightly disturbed by the large numbers of illegal aliens entering our country. The jobs they hold might otherwise be held by citizens or legal immigrants. The public service they use impose burdens on our taxpayers. That's why our administration has moved aggressively to secure our borders more, by hiring a record number of new border guards, by deporting twice as many criminal aliens as ever before, by cracking down on illegal hiring, by barring welfare benefits to illegal aliens. In the budget I will present to you, we will try to do more to speed the deportation of illegal aliens who are arrested for crimes, to better identify illegal aliens in the workplace as recommended by the commission headed by former Congresswoman Barbara Jordan. We are a nation of immigrants, but we are also a nation of laws. It is wrong and ultimately self-defeating for a nation of immigrants to permit the kind of abuse of our immigration laws we have seen in recent years, and we must do more to stop it.
Where's that fucking guy? Where'd that guy go?
Oh,
That's
Hillary's
Trump's
got him
plan.
locked up. Yeah. Yeah, how come Clinton's not coming out? That was Bill's plan.
You know what? That fucking Trump stole my immigration plan. Wait a minute.
And you know what he called them? Illegal aliens.
Right. I said illegal aliens first. You know, what's that? They'll vote Democrat. If we bring them in, they'll all vote Democrat. Well, fuck it. Open them up. There we go. Move them in. Here we go.
Good night, folks. Never mind.
You know, the one thing I have to say about Bill Clinton, what he did was he unleashed that witch Hillary Clinton on us. That fucking feckless cunt.
Thanks, Bill.
Here she is.
He had no control of her. So
here's another communist.
And boosting Trump back in 2016. But I also think there are Americans who are engaged in this kind of propaganda. And whether they should be civilly or even in some cases criminally charged is something that would be a better deterrence. Because
deterrent? Who the fuck? What are you deterrent?
Who are you? Who are you to say anything?
The first person they should arrest for that shit is you.
Seriously.
You pants-wearing hump. Fucker. Pantsuit-wearing hump.
What is pantsuit-wearing hump? Oh, my God. First of all, who's she speaking for?
He's an illegitimate president. The election was stolen by Russians. Nothing. She has done more. I mean, in other words, she took her hard drive, all the phones when they found out they were coming for it.
Oh, my God.
She
seriously.
took and destroyed everything, all the evidence.
Was it 30,000 emails?
She should go to jail for that. Just that she did. No, nothing. Because you know why? Because she's in with the group. And the thing about Trump is, this is what it all boils down to. And I have no idea when this started. I would kind of think it was somewhere around the time they killed Kennedy, that they have taken over this country and they have a good old boys network where they make all the laws for them and none for us. And what happens now is that Trump's going to come in and they're afraid the party's going to be fucking over. That he's going to come in and say, you can't do this shit. You can't do that. And he's going to get rid of all these fucking people that are taking our tax dollars and basically money laundering and doing all this other shit. And he's going to go in there and the fucking gravy train is going to be over. They are terrified that the gravy train is going to be over. And this is why they're trying to kill him. That's it. You kill that, whatever the fuck that was.
It's just a little mosquito. It just boop right on my mic.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to slap the mic, but I figured that'd be really, it might be really loud pop.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
So say hi to Jason Almy.
Hey, Jason Almy. Where's he at?
I think YouTube.
Yeah. YouTube? I'll see what happened. Something. Oh, my God. I'm way behind in the chat.
Yeah.
Way behind in the chat.
He says, hey, no homo. Although I'd love to hear him say it like that. That'd be pretty funny. So.
I'm trying to get... okay. So I want to talk about Kamala Harris because, again, the flip-flopper, right? She's sitting there. She's that joyful warrior. She doesn't... she dodges questions in interviews like Trump dodges bullets. So this is back in the day when she was the attorney general in California, and her big thing was truancy.
I intend to fight for Black Lives Matters. I intend to fight.
If Black Lives matter to her, why didn't I matter?
Because of truancy, California public schools lose $1.4 billion a year in funding.
I want money.
I want money.
Well,
that's why.
Exactly why.
Because of truancy, not because she wants to get the kids educated, because she's losing
money.
Money.
That's the bottom line.
I don't agree what Kamala Harris did to my mom.
So I decided I was going to start prosecuting parents for truancy.
And I spent a majority of my time here at the hospital.
When Kamala Harris was the California Attorney General, she had me arrested and prosecuted because my handicapped daughter was sick in the hospital and had missed some days of school.
I have sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell anemia is a hereditary disease and it is very, very painful.
In 2012, like all California parents, I received a threatening letter from Kamala Harris saying we'll go to jail for a year if our kids even miss 10% of school days. Little did I know, there was a warrant out for my arrest. All of a sudden, the police is outside my house, and they started banging on the door. They told me I was under arrest for my child missing school. I was shocked. I said, but my baby is sick. The school knows that. And they said, go talk to Kamala Harris.
You know where they took her? You know where they took the mom? They put her in a sickle cell.
Your hands behind your back.
My mom did nothing wrong. We did everything we were supposed to. I was always bringing doctor's notes, always calling the school to let them know that I was in the hospital.
But my hell was just beginning. They gave me 2 charges. I spent the next 2 years in court fighting these charges. Kamala assigned her nastiest prosecutors to my case.
My homicide prosecutors, my gang prosecutors. And they went over there and I said, when you go over there, look really mean.
This is the one. This is who you
Why
want
does
for
she
president?
laugh at all these awful things that she does?
Because it's
Go
her.
scare him. Ha ha ha. Like,
yeah, she's evil. She's absolutely 100% evil.
bitch. What a bitch.
I know. So then she's talking about, well, you know, we're going to have a what's the economy she wants to have? It's the fairy tale economy. The fairy tale economy. I can't think of the name of it. Just went right out of my head.
It did mine too. Something fuck. Chat, help.
Help, chat. What kind of
Help,
economy
chat.
does she?
Superpowers.
I can't think of it. All right. So somebody looked at her economy plan. Here we go.
Vice President Kamala Harris has been criticized for a vacuous campaign of feel-good phrases. Substance, meat on the bones, heaven forfend. It's endless cotton candy from Kamala. But make no mistake, Harris has an agenda, and it is a calamitous one of the most ruinous in our history. Her programs would send us into a devastating downturn, worse than anything since the 1930s. The last thing Harris and her far-left cohorts want is for voters to fully grasp what she actually wants to do. Sadly, but not surprisingly, much of the media goes with this dishonest game.
Opportunity economy.
Thank you.
That's it.
Holy shit.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you, Bob. I was
Thank you,
literally
Bob.
Google. I can't find it. They don't call it that.
Right. The
When you
opportunity.
Google
That's
it.
exactly what it is. Yeah. And this is Forbes. This is the guy from Forbes magazine talking about this.
Yeah, guy's got some money. He kind of understands how this shit works. Yeah.
Yeah, a little
That guy?
bit.
Because of a deep antipathy to Donald Trump.
Oh.
The range of her proposed tax increases are staggering. They'd wreak havoc with capital creation, the lifeblood of a vibrant free market economy. Without capital, there is little or no productive investment, which spells stagnation and then decline. Goodbye to a rising standard of living. And capital creation is what the Harris program would wreck. She would make the capital gains tax, with one exception, the worst among advanced nations. Her proposed corporate tax, with one exception, would also be the highest among major economies, making it another destroyer of needed capital. Numerous studies have detailed that companies are tax collectors. The money for Harris's levy here would come at the expense of consumers, shareholders, and workers. Her proposed tax on unrealized capital gains would be an astounding wrecker of stock market values. Supposedly, it would only hit the rich. But they would have to literally sell hundreds of billions of dollars worth of stocks and bonds each year to pay the levy, exerting punishing pressure on prices. The 401ks, IRAs, and pension plans of over 100 million Americans would be adversely impacted. Under Harris, the top personal income tax rate would be nearly 50%, another killer of capital. Other tax raises she wants, among them extending the reach of the death tax, quadrupling the levy on stock buybacks, further limiting the deductibility of employee compensation, would contribute to the catastrophe. Of course, a President Harris would go for more spending, creating inflationary pressures to finance it with printing money. Another matter Harris doesn't want to discuss is that there will be more gushes of intrusive, destructive regulations. For example, she's right to say she won't ban fracking. What she won't say is that she'll smother it with regulations, taxes, and interminable delays. Hey, energy company, here's yet another 100,000-page form to fill out. Some Harris apologists say a likely Republican takeover of the Senate would block her ideas. But most of the 2017 Trump tax cuts expire next year. Renewing even parts of it will require compromise, and some Republicans, for instance, are favorable to the idea of boosting the corporate tax. The bottom line is clear. A Harris victory spells hard times ahead. I'm Steve Forbes. Thanks for listening.
And Kamala Harris, go
We'll
fuck
leave the lights
yourself.
on. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Wow.
Okay.
I mean, it was very dry, but
Yeah,
you know, if you hung in there, it made sense. No. It was important information. It's just Steve Forbes
do a
is
dance number.
No,
We're getting
he's
fucked.
just
We're getting fucked. We're getting fucked up
That's
the ass.
exactly it. Well, yeah.
Kamala's
I
going to
f-
raise our tax.
Yeah, we should get a little wined and dined before we get fucked like that. Holy cow!
She'll put some lube on and get you on your knee or your knees. That's what
She'll get you on your knees. Yeah.
One of the things that I see that I am kind of excited about is now these kids think that just because they can call in threats like they're going to shoot up a school. I mean, here we had a school. There was 2 schools shut down because of terroristic threats. They caught 4 kids doing it. They're arrested.
Yeah.
Down in Florida, now they're doing a perp walk. So they're basically just.
All right, sir, careful as you can. You're going to be walking over here to the gate over here, all right?
He's in his flip flops.
Steady. What you here for today?
They got him shackled to shackle his feet. Oh, he's got his prison slides on. Look at him.
Nice.
All right.
Can't run in
Come on
those.
here, have a seat in the cell. We're going to gather up some paperwork and get things started for you. Do you have any questions?
How do I wipe my ass?
What we're going to start doing Monday is, since parents, you don't want to raise your kids, I'm going to start raising them. Every time we make an arrest, your kid's photo is going to be put out there. And if I could do it, I'm going to perp walk your kid so that everybody can see what your kid's up to.
What do you say?
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at that at all. He's gonna perp walk the kids.
Yeah. You have this video. Now, this is from a teacher's, but I agree with everything this guy says. This is from a Facebook group about teachers. And apparently this guy is a superintendent. I don't know where he's from, but
in the real world, there are consequences for our actions. Curse out your boss, you're probably fired. Disregard the speed limit, expect a ticket. Our schools aren't preparing students for the real world if they don't think their actions have repercussions. I'm a veteran principal who thinks that school administrators can make a teacher's day. Here's one way to do it. Admin, assign consequences to students. A kid shouldn't be sent back to class after they bit their teacher. And if a student stops learning for the entire class, they need more than a peppermint and a pep talk. Administrators, call the parent, assign a lunch detention, give an in-school suspension, take action. We can't leave everything up to our teachers. Admin must lead from the front. Because when we don't address poor behavior in our building, we give approval for the poor behavior to continue. And that's exhausting for our teachers. We jeopardize safety in our schools when students feel like they're untouchable. To preserve a joyful learning environment, there must be non-negotiables. So make a teacher's day and follow through with consequences.
I agree, 100%.
All right, not the joyful part, but I think it's overkill for that. But he's not wrong. Kids are not held accountable.
What part
for their
don't you
actions.
agree with? The what?
No, he said keep it joyful. So, joyful environment.
Joyful.
You know.
Well, I mean, yes, joyful for learning, but when they step out of line, don't reward bad behavior.
I understand that. I think kids should be held accountable for their actions. I mean, there's up to a certain age, you figure kindergarten's first. They gotta learn how to stay in line, and then by the time they're in second, third grade, they should know the rules.
It's absolutely should know the rules.
You don't act like a little dickbag in your classroom. Look, you remember, like, if you acted up in school, if your teacher called the house, you're in trouble.
Jeremy must be mad at me. He says they get no pee bucket.
You're gonna be called everything but your own name now.
Joshua says they piss on the floor. Listen, Josh, Jeremy, whatever your name is, Jimmy, just going to tell you something right now. I'm in the very beginning stages of dementia, and there's a lot of things I can't remember. So it's not I'm not slighting you. I just, for some reason, I am blind about your name, and I cannot think about. I don't know what it is.
Mike says, "Nice one, Jacob."
Yeah, Jacob. Sorry, Joanne. I don't know what's going on, Junior, but I cannot, for some reason, figure out your name. He's not the guy that does the. He's not the guy that does the 2024 and
no,
2020. That's another guy.
Josh.
That's Josh.
That's Josh.
So he's. I swear to God, I can't think of his name. They're putting names in the chat, and I can't figure it out. I'm completely lost.
Apparently, I need to get a grip on my sidekick.
Hey,
you're losing it. Hang in there, Jamingo.
Just so you know that me and the Duchess have had a discussion about who starts the show. And there is going to be a time in the very near future where Duchess comes on and she announces the show, like when in the very beginning where I come on. And she's going to come in and she's going to be, I'm here with my sidekick, John Jamingo. And I'm here
my
for
little buddy.
My little buddy. So, Jeffrey, I apologize that I cannot remember your name. Sorry, it's not my fault.
I love it so much. The way Govi's making him
Jacob
lose his
says
marbles.
The way Govi's making me lose my marbles. Maybe. It's possible. Duchess is moving up the ladder. Yeah, that's right. That's right. God forbid.
John's the pop-off guy now.
Listen, if I forget how to do all this shit on the show, I don't know what's going to happen.
Folks. We're fucked.
But, Julius, I'll tell you what. I will try somehow to figure out your name and see if I can remember. I might have to write it down. You know, I should have a card here and just say JM Synthetics is...
Equals...
Josh.
Jason.
Jason. Fuck.
I swear I don't know if you're doing that on purpose.
I'm not. That's the scary thing. Remember how I said the other day that Eric is funniest when he's not trying to be funny? That's me. I'm not trying to be funny. I can't remember a stupid name.
Wing Wung says, poor John Quavius.
Fuck that border crosser.
No, that's his new. That's your new Eagles player, John Quavius.
Right. I can't.
Budbugger says, just start yelling at the chat and banning people. There you go.
I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to figure out Josh's name and Jason's name.
Oh, Mike, please put a montage together. Thank you. Listen, Jimmy. Look, look, Johnny. Oh. Speaking of the Jimmy.
Speaking of the Jimmy, I talked to Jimmy. The Jimmy is going to come in. I'm not going to. What I'm going to do with Ask Jimmy is he's not going to be live. I can't have him here live. He's too much of a distraction. He sits there. He leans. He's on his phone. He's into the microphone. I can't. It's too much. So what I will do is I will bring him here, and I will.
Well, please have him stop by when we stop in. I'd like to
and
say
ask. No.
Why?
You want me? Because first of all, I only have 3 microphones here. Okay.
Okay.
And I can't have him off microphone. No. I will shut the whole thing down. I will not have you here if you make me have Jimmy here. I will not do it. That's why I got to put my foot down. Look at the stuff that I do to make this show. Come on in. We'll, I'll buy you dinner, all that stuff. I'm going to have to.
You don't have to buy dinner. You won't let me pay.
Look, you're coming to my house. I'm going to buy you dinner. What am I? Some kind of fucking Neanderthal? All right, but I got to set up a monitor. I got to set up a computer. I got to set up a whole, camera system over there so you guys can see what's going on. And I don't mind doing all that stuff. Right. But if you're going to make me have the Jimmy in here, and you know the last time
never
we did
make
that,
you do
invited
anything.
him in here, and it was the same thing. He's breathing in the
microphone.
Was
fun. It was nice to meet him.
For you, it was fun.
Yeah. Well, I was drunk. It was a good time. I had a blast.
Right.
Sorry.
All right. Well, it's time for the 2024 and 2024. We have an intro.
Yes.
Fuck! What happened to the file? God damn it! Oh, I hate this. What happened to the
sorry?
What happened to the 2024? 2024?
I don't know, but it's
intro.
Fucking great.
God damn it! Where'd it go?
I'm so sorry.
Motherfucker.
Oh, my.
I hate when that happens. I can't find it. I don't know where it's at. It's not here.
I wouldn't.
I did something with it. I put it somewhere. He won't let me do it, motherfucker.
He says Josh stole it.
Josh stole it. Fucking Josh.
Bob says it's like I never left.
Hey, listen, at least Bob, look, Bob's very helpful in the chat. He's a fucking nightmare in the studio.
There we go.
All right, here we go.
Oh, my word.
2024. God, nothing upsets me more. I got to stop for just a second here.
Okay.
'Cause I don't understand. I know I have it here. I know I made the... I know I made this thing up. I know it's here somewhere.
Well, you sent it to me. We listened.
I know.
It's all good.
In here in the scene should be the 2024 and 2024.
Lisa says it's all Jasper's fault.
Boy, I tell you. Okay. I know where it's at now. God damn it. I have to go in and cut all this out after I do this.
No, please don't. Yeah.
What,
Okay, so
cut this out?
Sparky, no, I want to tell Sparky said I'm losing ground. So, yes, because over the weekend, Josh walked about 35 miles.
All right.
Like,
hold on.
in a fucking weekend. Go ahead.
Hold on. Here we go.
Run, 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 jump. I can be a backpack while you run, 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 jump, and stop.
Hey!
that image is ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. So, yeah. It was, So I am losing ground because Josh did a ridiculous amount of miles. I was so close to him, and I think he saw that, and he was like, nope, and did several races. He had a ridiculous weekend.
Get on a bike.
So I have not been on a bike.
Since
he started. I could, but I have not. So all the miles I have walked for this whole month and most of last month have been walked. So at one point I was catching up because I was using the bike. So this is just strictly walking. So, but that being said, I have walked 1,768 miles. Josh is at 1,825. And Mr. Jamingo via
Mr. Decaf.
Mr. Decaf.
Mr. Decaf
has 1434 miles.
Yeah, he's got a picture of it's Luke Skywalker with Yoda on his back, and he put his head there, and then I'm Yoda's. He put my cartoon head on Yoda.
Yes,
so
it's a great image. It was so funny. So we absolutely are doing that. So
Mike
that's
says,
the new image.
Catch Jesse or Dutch or Bubba, whatever his name is.
I can catch Jesse. I'm working on it. I mean, technically, to hit the miles, to hit 2024, I'm slated to hit my goal by October 27th. So, but I'm going to keep track of it through the end of the year. So, just to see where I end up. So that'll be kind of fun.
But we're done with this. Once you guys hit 2024, we're done, right? We don't do this segment. Like, you guys aren't going to do, I'm not going to be here when you guys
have to
3,000.
We don't have to do it through the end of the year, but
okay.
I think when Josh and I hit that, because we're very close mile-wise. So I have my 20-mile hike coming up in 3 weeks. And then a 5K after that. Couple 5Ks coming up, actually. So, I should hit it. I shouldn't have any problem. I'll have that by the end of the month. Easy peasy.
Okay.
Ew. So.
You know what? I'm lying. You know what we should do is after you pass, when you get to Vegas, you should keep going. See how far you go. Go right out into the Pacific Ocean. Let's see how far out in the Pacific you go. Or once you get to, let's say you go to San Diego, then turn around and see if you can make it back to Las Vegas again. That'd be kind of fun.
I'd like to see how far we can go. I'm sure if Josh can't get outside because he lives a little further north, if he has bad weather, I'm sure he'll use his treadmill. So, but yeah, I'd like to keep track of it through the end of the year, just through December 31st to see where we end up, how many we end with, just for fun, for fun. And right. I know Wing Wong's pretty close because he does tons of miles too.
Joshua says, I want John to cross the finish line in a tank tread rascal. And when he does that, when he does, fucker, when he does that, when the GoFundMe goes live.
There you go.
So there you go. You can high five John as you pass him on the way back. Okay, we can do that.
It's been pretty fun. So I think I'm going to sign up for 2025 just to see how that goes. See if I can beat 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, Wing Wong wants to know if he can combine his miles with John. No,
I can't. That's really unfair, and I appreciate that, you border crosser.
Aw. So.
Can't wait for Trump to get elected to send you back. Unfortunately, I have a feeling his family's here legally. I have a feeling.
Oh, so Sparky wants to know when the GoFundMe goes live.
Okay. So let's talk about this.
Yes.
All right. So right now, I'm in the middle of securing a ticket for Dean to go to the Magic Bag in Detroit to meet up with our little buddy Eric Zane, because Eric said, "You know what? You show up at the Magic Bag, I'll fight you in the street."
Yeah,
Dean
he threw down a challenge. I think we should accept his challenge.
I think we should accept it. So right now, I'm talking to a couple people. I know one guy who can't go, and I am in the midst of buying his ticket right now. So when I get my hands on that ticket, then
love it.
We're going to send it. I'm going to send it over to Dean, and Dean can go to the Magic Bag and hang out
Says
with
he's
our
got
buddy
time off.
EZ.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah. He says he's got time off of work, but it's on the weekend, right?
Yeah, he's already got time off.
Yeah.
So there you go.
We'll put him up at a nice hotel.
Yeah. You know what, Eric? Like I said, when you say something, what I try to do is when you make a statement like that, I try to make it happen for you, buddy. I'm on your side. You want to fight somebody out in the street? I'll get you somebody. There you go. It should be fun.
What if they'll tape it? That would be cool. We'll tape it.
Well, wait a minute. First of all, I got somebody going out there to videotape the whole thing. So
fabulous.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Love it.
Can't wait.
Yeah. I mean, we'd love to accept his offer.
Yeah. Dean, look, Dean's already working. I've been working my speed bag. There we go. Bob says he's good for $20. Not bad. So we'll see what happens.
Not bad at all. Well, that'll cover a couple drinks.
All right.
Give Dean some celebratory drinking.
Yeah. Dean says I also have a full-size punching bag. There you go.
What's the speed? Oh, never mind. I don't want to know what the speed bag was then.
All right. I have a call to action. All right. So what we're doing here, what we do here on Wednesday nights, this is our live recording of our audio podcast. So if you would, please, I love the fact that you come here and you watch us record the show and you add to the chat. Love it. 100%. It's amazing. Thank you very much for doing that. But could you please subscribe to the podcast? All right. And I'm going to ask for a couple more favors. Our YouTube channel, The Boomer Bunker, at The Boomer Bunker over on YouTube. Please go over there and subscribe to that channel. Go over there and follow us over there, please. I need to get up a few hundred people.
We need a few more likes, yeah.
Yeah, we got it. So if you could do that, I would really appreciate it. And I don't ask for much, right? Well, we don't ask for much around here. Just would like you to help us out with social media. And if you're over there on YouTube, hit the like button on the video. It's not that hard. Just hit the like button. Help us out. Help us move
like
up
us on
in the
Facebook, YouTube, Insta,
yeah, the algorithm.
Twitter.
The alligator rhythm. This Sunday, the Philadelphia Eagles are playing the New Orleans Saints. They're going to get fucking curb stomped over there.
Oof.
They don't have a
So
defense.
They can play the Aints.
This Derek Carr over there on the New Orleans Saints, they haven't punted yet. They haven't punted in 2 games. They haven't punted once this season. This is ridiculous. Budfucker says, now I'm sounding like Zane. How dare you? That is not even fair. What, because I asked you to go over and hit the like button? You lazy fuck. What the hell? Come on.
My goodness.
Jesus.
Yeah,
I'm not asking you to subscribe, give us any money. Yeah, just go with your clicker and go over there and click the like button.
Clickety-click, please.
Now.
No, then you'd be like, smash that like button and subscribe. Please.
There you go.
No, but it'll be fun. And, we could always use the growth. And we know there's some new people coming over to listen. So we appreciate that.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah, all right.
Cool. Oh, one more thing. At 10 o'clock tonight, Donald Trump is going to be on Gutfeld's show. So if anybody's hanging up in there at
That should
10
be fun.
o'clock. That's going to be, apparently when he came out, people went bonkers. So, because they pre-record, but very cool.
When is the Patreon coming? There is no Patreon, but if you're over on Rumble, they have Rumble Bucks. You can give us a Rumble Buck. You can go in and give us a Rumble Buck if you want to.
A buck or two.
Buck or two or 5 or 10.
Yeah, we'll take it.
The goal. We got to hit
We're
the
not mad
goal.
at it.
The goal.
Is Mike Rowe going to be there too?
No.
That would be fabulous.
I'm sure it would be.
I'm not going to lie.
You know, Duchess, you always say John does all the work, and you wish you could do more to help. This would help.
Oh, no. No.
No? All right, everybody. We're heading out of here. We're going to Discord after this or what?
We'll go to Discord for a little bit. I'll
All
be
right.
there.
All the links to our social media and when we're live and all that stuff, I put it all in the show notes in the audio podcast. Please go over there and check it out. We would appreciate it. We love doing this for you. We love being here. We love having you hang out with us. And we'll be back here next Wednesday. Unless I get a bug in my bonnet, maybe we'll do another Monday. I don't know that. I'm not saying. Just maybe. All right.
That would be fun.
Juan Domingo out.
Juan out. Bye.